Hey guys, I'm Nisha Homi. Today I'm sharing 3 instant healthy Kerala Puttu recipes ideal to include in your weight loss journey. So let's get started with the recipes. This is Kerala matta rice, also known as Kerala red rice. It is parboiled, hence very easy to make Kerala Puttu. You don't even need to roast the rice to make Puttu with Kerala red rice. Into a bowl, I'm adding in 1 cup of Kerala red rice. I'm adding in some water and I'm soaking the rice overnight. To go with the puttu as a side dish, I'm making a traditional high protein recipe with Mung Dal. So into a bowl, I'm adding in 1 cup of green Mung Dal. I'm adding in some water and I'm soaking the green Mung Dal overnight along with the Kerala matta rice. The next day morning, the rice has soaked really well and the green gram also has soaked really well. So I'm going to wash and rinse the green gram and the red rice. Okay, now I have washed and rinsed the red rice and I have kept it on a strainer. You can see that there are brown specks on the rice, which is actually the bran, and that makes this a whole grain. The green gram is also washed and rinsed. Into my cast iron kadai, I am adding in the rinsed green gram. Add in some water. The water should be just above the green gram. Cover and let it come to a boil. Traditionally, Puttu podi is made by dry roasting rice flour, but since we are using Kerala red rice, which is parboiled, you can bypass all that process and make instant Puttu podi. Now into my dry grinder jar, I am adding in the rinsed and strained Kerala matta rice. Add in pink Himalayan salt as needed, and without adding water, I am dry grinding this. Now you don't need to grind it super fine, you just need to grind it into a slightly coarse texture. Open the lid and you can see that the rice has ground to a coarse powder. So I'm just cleaning up the sides and I'm cleaning the lid as well, and I'm again pulsing it for another 15 to 20 seconds. Now open the lid and my instant red rice puttu podi is ready. So this is the coarse texture I've been telling you about. The rice flour should be ground to this coarse texture to get soft puttu. Now the best thing about this puttu podi is that you can make ahead this and it will stay good in the refrigerator for up to 3 days and longer in the freezer. So if you are planning to make a big batch, you can make and store it in the freezer. Now let's check on the green Mung Dal. The green Mung Dal has started to boil. I'm just giving it a good stir and reduce the flame to the lowest and cover and let it cook on low flame. It should take about 10 minutes. You can also do this process in a pressure cooker, and after the first whistle you can turn off the flame. Because you have soaked it overnight, you just need 1 whistle in the pressure cooker. 10 minutes later, open the lid and you can see that the water has evaporated and the Mung Dal has cooked really well. And you can see there is no moisture in the pan, so the Mung Dal is perfectly cooked. Into this I'm adding in pink Himalayan salt as needed. Add salt once the Mung Dal has cooked, else it may take some extra time to get cooked. I'll give this a good stir. Into this I am adding in about ½ cup or 2 handful of grated coconut, freshly grated coconut, and give it a good stir. Traditionally in this recipe turmeric powder is not used, hence I am not using turmeric powder. You can increase the quantity of coconut if you prefer. Now turn off the flame and cover. And now I'm going to give a tadka to this. For tadka, I'm heating my tadka pan with 1 teaspoon wood pressed coconut oil. Once the oil is heated, I'm adding in 1 teaspoon mustard seeds And once the mustard seeds starts to splutter, I'm adding in about 4 to 5 shallots. I prefer to use shallots as they are a good source of iron and folate. However, if you don't have shallots at hand, you can use 1/4 of an onion instead. Add in 3 to 4 whole red chilies, which I am breaking into small pieces, and I'm adding in. Give it a good stir. Add in 2 sprigs of fresh curry leaves. Curry leaves are also a good source of iron and folate. Now, before adding the curry leaves, just stir the curry leaves and add in so that the flavors are released. Give it a good stir. And once the shallots are light golden brown in color, you can turn off the flame. Pour the tadka over the green mung dal and give it a good stir. And my green mung dal sabzi is ready to serve. Now, if you prefer slightly runny curry, you can increase water when you are cooking. But I prefer this dry sabzi to go along with the puttu, but it's just a matter of personal preference. If you like the curry to be slightly on the runnier side and not to be dry like this, you can increase 1/2 to 1 cup of water when you're cooking the green mung dal. And my green mung dal or cherupayar curry is ready to serve. To make puttu, I'm using this mold or this puttu maker, which has the shape of a coconut shell, hence it is known as Cherata Puttu. Now, if you don't have something like this, you can use a coconut shell instead. I have already shared a detailed video on how to make puttu using coconut shell. The links will be updated in the comments below this video. Also note that I have slightly rinsed the puttu. So there is some residue water in the puttu. Into this, I'm adding in 2 tablespoons grated coconut and fill it up with the Kerala matta puttu podi which we made. Now, the thing which you should note when you are adding the rice flour into the puttu maker is that you should not press down the rice flour when you add. You just gently add it into the puttu, else the puttu will be very hard and will not be soft. I'm just lightly leveling the top and place the lid over it. Traditionally, a puttu is used to make. A puttu is actually made using the steaming method. But today I am showing you how to make this on top of a pressure cooker. I have already heated my pressure cooker and you can see steam coming through the hob. Place the puttu onto the hob. And once you start to see steam releasing out through the holes in the lid of the puttu, reduce the flame to the lowest and let it cook on low flame for about 5 minutes. And then the soft matta rice puttu is ready to serve. And once cooked, remove the lid and serve it to the plate. The puttu is very soft. I'm serving the green mung dal curry. And now let me show you to make the other 2 quick instant puttu recipes. The next puttu recipe is made with ragi flakes. So this is organic ragi flakes. Into my small chutney grinder, I am adding in 3/4 cup of ragi flakes, pink Himalayan salt. I have already shared how to make ragi puttu made with ragi flour, sprouted ragi flour. Please do check the recipe if you are looking for ragi puttu made with ragi flour. And now I am going to grind this to a coarse powder. Okay, now it is nicely ground. So this is the texture of the ground ragi flakes. Now I am going to transfer this to a bowl. And I'm sprinkling in little water, just taking some water on my palm like this and sprinkling in. And with my hand, I'm just incorporating the water into the ragi flakes powder. Again, I'm adding in little water and I'm just sprinkling it. So add water little by little. Absorption of water will depend upon the type of ragi flakes you are using. Now the mixture is dry, but if you just hold it tightly into a fist, it will hold its shape. So this is how you know that the mixture has become wet enough to make puttu. Once done, repeat the same thing. Add some coconut onto the puttu gutti and top it with the ragi puttu podi. Cover. Place it onto the hob of the pressure cooker. Once steam comes through the hob, reduce the flame to the lowest and let it cook on low flame for about 5 minutes. And while that is getting done, let's make the next puttu. So this is jowar flakes, also known as sorghum. And into my chutney grinder, I am adding in 3/4 cup of jowar flakes. Add in pink Himalayan salt as needed, and I am going to grind this. Add the ground jowar flakes powder into a bowl. You can see that it is coarsely ground and has the texture of sand. Into this I am adding in a couple of handful of water. I'm just sprinkling the water and adding in. Mix it well. To see whether there is enough water in this, just take a small handful and hold it into a tight fist, and if it holds the shape, then there is enough water. Instant ragi puttu is ready to serve. So let's start making the jowar puttu. I have added coconut and I am filling it with the jowar puttu podi. And I am cooking it the same way. Once steam comes through the hob, reduce the flame to the lowest and let it cook on low flame for about 5 minutes. And my jowar puttu is also ready. And my 3 different instant puttu recipes are ready to serve. Let me just show you how soft the puttu is. So guys, do try these 3 recipes and let me know how it turned out. Thank you for watching, and until next time, take care. Bye bye.